Good morning. It's a Saturday morning. It's about 10:30. I've been in the office for the last hour. Don't normally work Saturdays. The most I'll do is potter on my laptop or my iPad on the sofa whilst watching TV. But I got an inquiry last night. Someone got in touch saying I'd like to talk to you about selling my business. I want to do it privately when there's no one about. Can we do it on the weekend if you don't mind? I appreciate it's a weekend. So I said, yeah, no problems at all. So jumped on a call with her this morning. Yeah, really nice lady, nice little business. She's going to send me some accounts and stuff over so I can take a look. But yeah, could be our next acquisition lined up there. So that'd be interesting. And whilst I'm here, I'm just packing up stuff ready to go onto the road for QuickBooks. So I will be back on the road with QuickBooks this week, going down to Leeds. So just having a look at my mobile setup and what I can and can't take and what's easy to use and not. But the plan is to try and get some better quality video footage for these kind of vlogs and stuff while I'm away from different places. So that's the plan. We'll see how that goes while I'm playing around with stuff in the office. And I also need to pack to go on holiday. I need to go and pack my bag, get my snorkeling gear and stuff ready so I can go and enjoy 2 weeks in Cyprus. But yeah, sometimes you just have to do the weekend work, don't you? But yeah, that's me signing off, hopefully. I've done an hour, that'll do. I will play with some camera gear and enjoy the rest of my weekend. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of A Day in the Life of Johann Goree. This week is a bit of a shorter week for you all. Shorter episode because I am literally working for 2 days and then I am off on holiday to Cyprus. It's currently 7:30 on Monday morning. I'm in the office just getting ready for our podcast that goes live at 8:30. Aaron and I will meet up at 8 o'clock online and prepare what we're going to talk about and stuff before we go live at 8:30. Once we've done that, I've got a few phone calls to make, and then I'm getting on the bus and then the train down to Leeds, ready for the QuickBooks Roadshow event of Leeds. That'll be my last one, because unfortunately next week, when the Brighton one happens, I'm going to be out the country on annual leave. I ended up working this Saturday for a couple of hours. Someone wanted to do an acquisition call, but I'm sure I'll cover that in a moment. And then I also ended up doing an hour's work last night. About 10 o'clock last night, I had a bolt of inspiration in regards to Client Engager and how we organise some of our menus. So I drafted some ideas together and emailed those over to my colleagues to see what they thought. And we'll see if those come to fruition. But yeah, I will now crack on. I'll get the set up for Ask the Accountant, our weekly Monday morning show at 8:30. And we'll see where the week goes. Good evening. It is Monday night and I am in my hotel room in Leeds. Really plain sailing trip down here today. Got my train at 12 o'clock. I was in Leeds by 3 o'clock. Came down on a cross-country train from Edinburgh to Leeds direct. I have to say though, the first class experience of cross-country is not the same as the first class experience on LNER. It's just nowhere near as nice. It's fine, it was quiet enough, but it wasn't as nice and as good a level of service, shall we say, as LNER offer. But for £14 upgrade from standard class to first class thanks to Seatfrog, I can't complain. So yeah, really, very happy with that. Got plenty of work done. And when I was looking at the train when I got off, the rest of the train was very busy, so I don't think I'd have got work done on the train as easily. Got here at 3 o'clock, met up with Aaron. We were sat doing a few bits when we found out one of the speakers wasn't going to be able to attend tomorrow. Unfortunately, she's not very well, so we spoke to QuickBooks and we offered to jump in and take on her session, basically. So we put together a quick session tonight, planned it out, done a quick PowerPoint, etc. So that we're ready to go tomorrow afternoon and jump onto a second session for QuickBooks just to make things a bit easier for the organisers. They've got enough on putting everything together on the last minute without having to worry about redoing all the timetables and schedules. So the fact that we could just jump in and go, you know what, we know that topic, we are quite happy to jump in and deliver that topic, made their lives a lot easier. And it's a topic I'm looking forward to talking to. So it's all about personal brand and how Aaron and I have built our personal brands and how we've grown our podcasting and stuff like that. So that'd be really good. Went out for dinner, did our usual Nando's dinner and took Rebecca Williams with us. So I had a really good chat about all things accounting and bookkeeping. Had a long chat about payroll as well and the pros and cons of outsourcing versus doing it yourself, etc., and getting the right softwares for it. So yeah, I'd like to say I'm going to sign off and go to bed early. I'm not. Apple has got an Apple event this evening at midnight our time, which is just a horrible time. But it's very unusual for Apple to do an event at this time of night. I think we're going to get MacBook Pros released. I don't know, but I think that's what we're going to see, the M3 version. I don't know what else is coming. There's rumours of a one more thing type delivery session there, so we'll see. But I'm going to stay up and watch that and try my best not to spend any money. It's always a challenge to watch an Apple event and not spend money though. So I'll watch that, and then I will be up meeting fellow speakers and the QuickBooks team for breakfast at 7:30 before going into the QuickBooks event for the Leeds Roadshow, for the final roadshow that I'm doing. Over 200 people have registered for this event, which is fantastic. It's the most popular event so far. Brighton's looking like it's going to be about 230 people, I think, which again is going to be a phenomenal event. I'm a bit gutted I'm not going to be there, but such is life. So yeah, I will sign off from this, pack away the video gear and the microphones and stuff, and set up Apple TV so I can sit and watch the Apple event live. And I will see you all tomorrow. Good night. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. It's 7 o'clock. It sounds wet and windy outside, if I'm honest. Slept well. Last half an hour or so, I've just been making some notes on our sessions that I'm doing over the next few hours. So this morning I'm on a panel again talking about my digital journey. And I've got two colleagues with me this time, so from two different firms. One's a very new firm and kind of just starting out. Another firm's been going 20 odd years and is embracing technology on a more slow process. So yeah, looking forward to chatting to them and chatting to the audience. And then this afternoon I'm doing a session with Aaron. We're doing a personal brand and how to build a personal brand. It's been a really popular topic for the last few roadshows, but unfortunately Rachel can't make it today, so she's poorly, so we're going to step in and cover it for her. So we formed our own little plan last night, and then I've just been refining a few ideas for this morning for it. Watched the Apple event last night as well, at midnight, a 33-minute long video. Can't say I was overly excited by the end of it. Don't get me wrong, the MacBook Pros look gorgeous and they sound incredibly powerful. I'm just working out if I actually need one. So if I got one, I'd probably go for the MacBook M3 Pro, just because I want that black colour. That looks absolutely gorgeous. But to do that, I'd probably scrap my Mac Mini Pro 2 M2 that runs my office, and I'd also scrap my MacBook Air because I don't need both of those devices and a Pro. I don't need either of those devices and a MacBook Pro really. That MacBook Pro will be more than powerful enough to be the powerhouse and just unplug it and move away with it. But they don't come available until 7th of November. I'm not back in the country until 16th of November, so I've got 2 weeks to think it through. I've got 2 weeks to watch some videos from YouTubers telling me what pros and cons are of each thing as they get their hands on them. So yeah, it was an interesting event, but no one more thing or anything like we were all expecting. Very short, very odd time. It just, yeah, weird. But yeah, that was the Apple event. So I'm going to go and grab some breakfast and some coffee and get ready for the day ahead. And hopefully we'll get plenty of behind the scenes footage for you today. See you later.
welcome to our 3 customers, Adnan, Johann, and Brian. If you want to come on up.
I wanted to help friends, so I was helping a lot of friends at the time who'd gone out into become sole traders. They couldn't get the time of day from accountants and bookkeepers locally. There wasn't very much choice. It was the big firms or nothing. So those friends pickled my liver on a Friday evening in the pub in return for advice and support. And I thought, well, if I can do that, I could probably do a bank balance out of this. It made sense to use QuickBooks for my client base who were price sensitive because they were small. We decided we wanted to get a personal brand because we wanted to talk at events like this. So when Aaron and I were applying to talk at events like this, and Accountex and Fab and Digital Accountancy Show, we're getting no interest whatsoever because we didn't have a following, we didn't have an audience. We had a pint at Accountex. The best part of any event is the networking part, before, during or after. That's where the relationships are built. So we had a pint and we said, oh, we really enjoyed that. We ought to do a weekly podcast every Monday morning. This week was episode 54. We're 54 weeks in. Every single Monday for 54 weeks we have done an Ask the Accountant podcast. The plan was we wanted to do this podcast so that we could build a following, so that we could be at events like this. And there's not been a major accounting conference this year that we've not been invited to speak at, or podcast at, or both, or even do social media takeovers. And that's all off the back of this decision at a pint, over a pint at Accountex. Yeah.
Good evening. It is 5 to 8 on the Tuesday evening. I'm just on my way back from Leeds to Edinburgh. Yeah, absolutely fantastic day today. Pretty much ending the whole roadshow on a really good high. Had a fantastic session with a panel this morning, sharing my digital journey again. So looking forward to hopefully having some video of that and being able to share that at some point in the near future. We also had a great session this afternoon. Aaron and I covered for Rachel Harris, who was off ill. So we managed to put together our version of her session title, basically. So it was all about building a personal brand and doing stuff just like this video. You know, this is what I'm doing here now, is I'm building a personal brand. I'm sharing the insights to my days, etc. So yeah, it's been a fantastic day. Really, really full on and busy, but absolutely great. And I'm on the train now to head home. I've got a bit of last minute packing to do, and then I'm off. That's it. This is my last day in the office for the next 14 days, technically. So off to Cyprus for 2 weeks of R&R. I'll be honest, it's the first time in a long time I'm going on holiday where I feel I need it. I do feel the batteries are low and it's time to recharge and refocus. So very much looking forward to 2 weeks of R&R. Now, a lot of people say, oh, how do you manage to achieve that when you're so busy normally? So I've got a few things I do when I go on holiday. Whenever I go on holiday outside of the UK, I do these things. If I'm inside the UK and I'm on holiday, I normally stay in touch with the team. I'm contactable. But when I leave the country, I always say to the team, that's it. I'm going incognito. I'm going off the grid. I leave Jade, our operations manager, in charge. And Jade's got my WhatsApp number, so she can get hold of me for any emergencies, day or night. That's not an issue. But I go through all my phone and my iPads, and I uninstall any work-related apps. So I will uninstall my emails, I uninstall my calendar, I uninstall Teams from Microsoft Teams. I basically go through, uninstall anything that's going to notify me of work. So that for me to then check on things, it's actually an effort. I've got to reinstall and reconnect accounts. So that really helps me to just switch off and stay switched off. And then I'll reinstall them when I get back. So when I go away, yes, I'm off the grid, but I'll take my laptop and I'll take my iPad Pro. I'll have my phone. So if Jade gets hold of me in an emergency, I can jump on and do things. Apart from an emergency, my laptop won't get opened. It won't be used, so I don't uninstall anything from that. So that is my lift the lid up and go. But that, whenever I'm in a foreign country, that laptop goes straight into the safe in the hotel room and it stays there. So again, I have to go to effort to check my emails and stuff if I want to. Basically, I need to put barriers in because for my own self-discipline is lacking somewhat. So I have to put barriers in place for myself to prevent me from checking in on things and to let the team have the control they need to have when I'm away. So yes, I've already uninstalled most of the apps. My iPad is work app free. The reason I do that is because I'm going to be taking my iPads with me to watch TV and whatever. Yeah, I've got a 5-hour EasyJet flight. There's no entertainment on those, so I need books and I need audio and I need music and download some Netflix stuff and do that. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this break. We are staying near Paphos. We're in a all-inclusive hotel. When we go for R&R holidays, we always book all-inclusive because it's just, you can switch off completely. You don't have to worry about food bills, drink bills, etc. Just enjoy yourself. It's all covered. You know it's sorted. And the plan is just to spend 2 weeks sat on the beach or by the pool, going snorkeling, enjoying the world of Cyprus that we've never been to before. So it's going to be really exciting to go there for the first time. Now, I might put some content together while I'm out there. I know I'm definitely going to be podcasting live on a Monday morning, both weeks, while I'm out there, because I just enjoy that so much. I want to keep doing it. But yeah, a short week. Having said that, I did work Saturday and I did work Sunday, so there is a bit of working over those 2 days. Yesterday was travelling and working in the afternoon, as usual, when I travel. Today, fantastic day at that event. Really enjoyed that. I feel like I've really ended the roadshow on a high, and on a really positive note. When Aaron and I set out to do the podcast, it was to try and land us some more speaking gigs because we were struggling to get hold of them. I think we gave ourselves a very good reputation at the QuickBooks Roadshow. We were there. We spent all day, every day there, talking to people. Hopefully we are the first choice for QuickBooks and any other speaking events going forward, so it'll be easier for us to get in through the door now. But yeah, really, really good way to end the conference season. Now I am at the Small Business Show later in November, but I'm there with Aaron and we are going to be part of the QuickBooks stand and we are going to be sharing our expertise with small businesses at the QuickBooks stand, which will be really exciting. But then that'll be it for conferences. I've got a trip in December down to QuickBooks head office for the QuickBooks Accounting Council and a bit of a Christmas shindig there, which will be nice. But yes, very, very good a few days, but I am so ready for bed. I didn't sleep well last night because of the Apple event going on till 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I was up again at 6, and yeah, just really, really busy. I still can't decide what I'm going to do with that Apple event. I could, in theory, replace my MacBook Air and my Mac Mini Pro M2 from my office and just have one powerhouse, but I just don't know that it's worth it. But that MacBook Pro M2 Pro in black is gorgeous. So yeah, I can't decide if it's worth it or not. But I've got another week. I've got a few more videos to watch when these review units start coming out for the YouTubers out there that get the privilege of reviewing these things. And we'll see. We'll see how we get on. On the assumption that there's not going to be any more, at least no more face-to-camera action for the rest of this week, which makes this going to be probably a very short video for producer Lizzie to edit. I am going to sign off. I'm going to thank you for watching this will be episode 8. So thank you for watching the last 8 episodes if you watched them. If you've watched any of these and you've enjoyed them, please do like and subscribe. So after this one, there will be a couple of weeks off while I go and enjoy some R&R. But I will be back soon with more videos of the events that I attend, the things I do in my role, and giving you more behind the scenes content, basically. So yeah, stage one of this, the first 8 episodes done and dusted. Time for a break and well deserved bit of R&R there. So thank you very much again for joining us, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.